Hello everyone and welcome to Blind Beauty. I'm Jennifer. So what we're going to do today is Tutorial Thursday. If this is going up at least. It's not Thursday whenever I'm filming it, it's Monday actually. So, but I thought, hey, why not still film the Tutorial Thursday today? You know, while I'm getting ready to film my product Empties update video. So we've got all the goodies here in front of me, or to the side of me here as well, that I'm going to use to get ready, and we're going to do kind of a chit-chatty type video. Let me know if you prefer straight up tutorial, whether you prefer chit-chat, get ready with me tutorials, or whether you prefer voiceovers, you know, because any of them work for me, but, you know, I just want to know what you prefer. So, we're going to jump on in here and get started. This isn't going to be a too crazy look. I'm pushing my hair back away from my face here. First and foremost, I've already done my eye drops, the Clear Eyes cooling ones. These are my absolute favorite eye drop, by the way, if you didn't know that already. So those are a great one to help relieve redness. And then something I also use is this from the Dollar Tree, Age Defy Dark Circle and Puffiness Serum. So that's what that looks like. And I kept mine in the fridge. Now it's not as cold as it was, you know, 5 minutes ago, 10 minutes ago, whatever. But yeah, I take it and just go right under the eyes here. And if you see me looking over to your right, I'm looking in a mirror over here. So I'm doing under the eyes. This just helps to reduce puffiness. And everybody knows I got some bags. As they say in Nightmare on Elm Street 4, some people might have matching luggage. Let me know if you have matching luggage today. And if you're a fan of Nightmare on Elm Street series, because it's getting to be that time of year. So, but, yeah, like I said, we're good and ready. I got my coffee cup. Well, not just coffee cup, there's actual coffee in the cup. Then I've got my little setup here. This is what I'm using today. No, I'm not using all these products. Some people may look at this and be like, ah! No, I'm not using all these. This is something kind of like I would use for an everyday thing for the week of, you know, type makeup. Because I try to pick out certain products and mainly use them for 1 week to kind of get an idea of what my favorites are. So, and it kind of helps to rotate things out. You know, keep things in rotation, move them out of rotation. In and out, in and out. So, but, you know, naturally, whenever you do makeup and all that stuff, I've already put on moisturizer as well earlier. But, I'm still going to use this. This will be in my Project Empties thing. It is the In Transit Camera Close-Up Mask, Moisturizer, and Primer in one. So, I'm not going to go real heavy on this since I have already moisturized. Put about a little bit bigger than a pea size amount on my finger here. And I'm going to put this back in my bin over here so that I don't forget. But then it'll go back in this everyday thing later after I film that video. So, well, this doesn't want to go back on. It don't want to go back on. Alright, there we go. Yeah, I got it. But yeah, a little bit bigger than a pea, and I'm going to rub that a little bit between my fingers. Focus it a little bit on the T-zone. And do a little under the eyes. I find it's important to prime under the eyes because it helps keep it from looking crepey. And no, I didn't say crappy, I said crepey. Because some concealers that I have used, and that's one thing I gotta grab out of the bin I forgot to grab in this thing, believe it or not. So, is a concealer. Actually, I'll grab 2 of them, just for the heck of it, right? So, but I'm going to start out with a new foundation you haven't seen me use, I don't believe, on this channel. You've heard me talk about it in my most recent Sunday favorites. Hopefully most recent, as long as this goes up on time. This is the Wet n Wild Photo Focus foundation. I'm going to tell you what I'm going to do before I do it. That way, you know, I can kind of chit-chat between. But I'm going to take this, it has a little applicator, and I'm going to basically just put it all over my face. Swipe a few swipes, like 2 swipes on the forehead, a couple swipes on each cheek, chin, nose, you know, all that good stuff. And then I'm going to take my Real Techniques sponge here, and I apparently didn't grab the right one. I didn't grab the right one earlier. Grab my Real Techniques Miracle Complexion Sponge, because I actually washed this earlier, but I didn't do a deep wash of it. But, you know, but anyway, I'm going to do that and try to chit-chat as we do. I'm not wanting to make this very long, but I want it to be, you know, maybe fun for you, so it's not as boring. So, but I'm kind of excited with all the new shows coming out, and, well, not even new shows, but all my shows coming back, because I don't know about y'all, but I tend to love detective shows, so I really get excited whenever, like, my Law and Order, SVU, my, Criminal Minds. Sad to see Bones isn't there, and I kind of miss Castle, and, you know, all that. Yes, I know I look kind of crazy right now, with all this swiped all over my face, but that's where the beauty sponge comes in handy. But, yeah, I like my detective shows, and this foundation, it's so good that I can just kind of sweep it on, instead of dabbing it in. Now, if you dab, you're going to get more, lighter, more natural looking, well, not even natural looking, but, fuller coverage. That's what I'm trying to think of. Brain fart! So yes, you are seeing the real deal here. And you are seeing this all in real time. Like I said, I'm going to try not to make this an hour-long video, but, yeah, hey. But, so, you know, in my Sunday favorites, I asked about favorite shows and stuff like that, and my best friend and sister, I know that she has certain shows coming back that she is looking forward to. And I saw someone say something about American Horror Story. That is a great show. I haven't watched any spoilers, so I don't know what the theme is going to be this year or anything like that, but that is a great show too. So, I mean, kind of spooky. Well, not really even all that spooky, but, you know, it just kind of gets you in the Halloween spirit, if you like Halloween, like I do. So, speaking of Halloween, what would y'all like to see? Any special requests on costume or makeup ideas or whatever? You know, DIY costume ideas, whatever. Now I'm taking the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind in medium. Putting a little bit on my finger here. Actually, I clicked it about 3 times. I'm going to go another 2 times just because. Putting it on my middle finger because I'll mix it with, whoops, and I got some on my pointer finger by accident. But I dab it between my middle and ring, usually. And then I just put it on under the eyes a little bit. This right here doesn't take very long to do, so, you know, and no, I'm not trying to flip y'all off or anything, but yeah, I watch a lot, like I said, of detective shows, and if there's some kind of mystery involved, I love it. You know, just like even Once Upon a Time, it has a mystery element, so if you like the mystery element, check out that show too. So, but it is a little, what's the right word? Different? You know, it's not your typical detective show. I mean, it has the fairy tale aspect of it. So some people might not like it because of that, but, you know, I've been watching that, as I said in my favorites, like binge watching almost on that. Well, I consider it binge watching if I watch 2 or 3 or 4 episodes at a time, so. What do y'all consider binge watching? Do you consider 2 episodes binge watching? Or do you consider an entire season, which I don't even know if that's possible with some shows, unless you literally don't sleep, don't do anything, you know, but, so, and I'm using my Real Technique sponge and dabbing this concealer out that I put under my eyes here. I'm not going for a real heavy, cakey look today, but, you know, just going more, whatever, you know, sometimes you just gotta play with it. Go with whatever you feel. This hadn't really been planned a whole lot, this hadn't been practiced, you know, whatever. And normally I don't do chit-chat deals, so let me know what you think of this idea. And some of these products I really haven't used on videos before. So now I'm taking the Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless in 220. I'm using a fluffier brush. This is by the brand You Can Be. And I don't even know if you can still find this on Amazon anymore, but if you can, I'll try to link it below, because these are a great set of brushes. So, in my opinion, a girl can never have too many good brushes. Am I right? But I'm mostly setting that T-zone with this. And I'll do a light dusting under the eyes. Well, not under the eyes, but on the cheeks as well. So, you know, I don't want to be a cakey mess, but I want to control that oil. And this foundation doesn't seem to get real oily on me, which is a good thing. So, for those that have oilier skin, especially this time of year, because, I mean, I live in Arkansas, and it's supposed to be fall. What the heck, people? You know, Mother Nature needs to make up her mind. Is it summer? Is it fall? Is it summer? Is it fall? You know, well, technically we're not in fall yet, as of the date I'm filming this video, but it's close enough. We shouldn't be having 100-degree real feel days, in my book. But, whatever. You know, that's what I say. Whatever. Okay, now I'm going in with the Wet n Wild contour palette, and this is in Dulce de Leche. I think I have used some of these products in a tutorial, but using that, and I'm using the Yet Banana side, and most of the time I use a powder, I like to dust off the excess, you know, or tap off the excess rather, and I'm just putting this under the eye area. So, like I said, we're not going too heavy, but we're doing a little something something. Whoops! I'm trying to throw my brush at myself. So, yes, you might not like this crazy side of me, but this is a caffeinated, just, you know, it hadn't been very long and I got to talk to my sister, best friend, so, you know, that just kind of makes everything a heck of a lot better, right? You know, sometimes the best therapy you can get is to talk to your best friend. I don't know about y'all, but what do you think? You know, let me know. Do you feel better after you talk to your best friends on the phone or whatever? I'd be very interested to know that. Now, that brush that I used was a smaller blush brush. It was also by You Can Be. I'm going to use that to go into the Milani Luminoso. And I'm not doing contour today. Like I said, this is a more, I can't say natural look, but, you know, it's not as heavy a look. And see, this Luminoso has a little bit of a sparkle to it. So, I mean, I don't even really have to wear highlighter if I don't want to. But, just for kicks and giggles, as some people would say, try to put stuff over to the side here instead of leaving it in the thing. I'm using Wet n Wild Precious Petals. Looks like this right here. I mean, I don't know if you can see how sparkly that is in the pan. I mean, shoot. Woo, 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 woo. And I'm just ever so lightly, I mean, that's what it looks like swatched out. I'm not going to dig my brush in there, but I'm real lightly going to go in there a couple of times. Tap it off, and then go on the tops of my cheekbones here. Woo, 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 woo. But, you know, I just like to have a little shimmer going on. Whoops. I think I got it uneven. That's the bad thing about my lighting. Whenever I go to review videos to edit or whatever, you know, sometimes I realize, oh, I got too much on this side and not enough on this side. Too much on, you know, or vice versa. So, but that's the joy of having uneven lighting. I don't have a vanity mirror that has equal lighting. Even in my bathroom, it's not great lighting, so, you know, what can you do? I got 2 lamps sitting right here. I'm going to get more lamps, and maybe that'll help with the lighting. Maybe. You know, try to put one over here, kind of behind me more, and kind of brighten up this area eventually. But there's a lot I want to eventually do to make things a little bit better. Now this here, I accidentally broke the tip off of this one day. It is the NYC City Proof 24-hour base. I'm going to use that and go on my lid here. And I'm just doing a real, well, not real light, but about 3 swipes on my lid. Or 4. Whatever. Basically, I just do however much I need. Actually, it didn't want to transfer. Now, one tip is you can put your finger there to kind of guide it a little more if you don't want to use a mirror or can't use a mirror. And that's one thing I want to ask y'all is, would you like to see me try to do a no mirror makeup challenge? You know, I mean, some people may say, oh, well, you got the unfair advantage because you're visually impaired, or you can't see anyway. Well, you know, that might be true, but, whoops, okay, I guess it's drier than I thought, or fell out, but, hey, I'll use the little trick I showed you in one of my Fix It Fridays for lipstick to fix this too. So, you know, you can use that trick for all sorts of stuff, so. Any cream stick product I've found it's worked with. But, I mean, you can even use a hairdryer to warm it up instead of a flame, but could be a little bit more messy. Just saying. Just saying, it could be a little bit more crazy. So, but, and this is the, now, okay, there's a funny story behind this, and I'll tell you it as I'm doing it. This is the Glam Beauty Nudes palette. For those that buy drugstore products regularly, you may think this looks pretty darn familiar. So, and what I'm going to do today is I'm just going to take these two, these 2 shades, the very first 2 top shades, and I'm just going to put those on my lid. I'm going to put this brighter color right here all over from lash line to brow bone, and then I'm going to take this second shade here and put it in the crease. That's all we're doing eye look wise. Emily Noel 83, she uses a method similar to this in one of her videos, and I thought, huh, well, you know, I've used it myself, so why not do a video on it? It's what she calls the sandwich method. So, but the funny story about this palette, you know, you might know that all my makeup got stolen a long time ago, so I'm slowly having to rebuild my makeup. Well, all my precious stuff got stolen a long time ago. all my good stuff. But, you know, so I'm taking my time building everything back up, and it's like, I'm at Walmart one day. The Maybelline Nudes palette is like $10, right? You know, and I don't know if I really want to pay $10 for it, because I've had it before. You know, and I have the Revealed palette, which, you know, if you follow me on Instagram or anything like that, you saw some looks using that palette. You know, so, and you could see where even something like this could go multiple, you know, 5, 1, 2, 3, at least 6 days, if not 9 or more, you know. So let me know if you want to see a huge series on Instagram or something about that. But anyway, you know, whenever I was looking for some replacement makeup, what I consider my good makeup at least, I decided not to get this. But then I'm in the checkout line, you know, and I'm a smoker, for those that don't know that. I'm in the checkout line in the smoke area, and I look over to the side, because, I mean, who doesn't look at some of the stuff in the checkout area, right? I mean, that's partly why they put it there, impulse buys. So, oh, and I used a fluffy side of the EcoTools brush to do that. And then I'm going to go in with that second shade and put it directly in the crease and on in the outer V as well. But, you know, I'm standing there and I thought, I see this and I think, okay, well, they must be clearancing out the Maybelline Nudes palette. I mean, it's hanging up, which Maybelline Nudes normally is in a rack at my stores to where they're, you know, sitting straight up. Boom. There's not much to them. As in, there's no little hangy thing on them. They're not hanging up and on a peg or anything like that. They're just hanging there. Well, you know, I'm like, alright, you know, it's $5 at this point. This is a while back, you know. So I was like, alright, if they're clearancing it out, I'm buying it. Because it was a good deal, blah, blah, blah. You know. And I did not look closely at it. That's where, I mean, let me do this here. See how little that Glam and Beauty is up here? Yeah. As far as I knew, that said Maybelline. You know, and all I saw was Nudes in the same style writing as Maybelline Nudes palette. So it's like, okay, whatever, you know. But I got it and got it home. I wasn't really all that impressed with it whenever I first got it. But, you know, it takes some building. As you can see, I'm having to go in multiple times on this eyeshadow look. But, yeah. So, that right there is pretty much, let me get it a little closer to my mirror here. Yeah, I think that's probably all I'm going to do eye look-wise, besides take that brush and go back into the lighter color just because, and kind of blend everything together top-wise. But, I mean, this brand, obviously, I mean, there's no if, ands, or but about it in my book, but they obviously copied the Maybelline Nudes palette. You know, now I've seen some people do comparisons of the two, and they're pretty similar. The only difference is that this has a lot of shimmer to it compared to the Nudes, but apparently they're equal, you know, pigmentation, really. And I didn't really use the best base for this, really, but I'm wanting a more subtle look on the eyes, and I was wanting to show you that you can do a sandwich method using only 2 colors, which does make it a little easier. Actually, I am going to go back into that same color and do the outer V, because I kind of sort of got sidetracked and forgot about that. But there's a lot of brands that are doing outright copycat. Now, I have not bought any of the Makeup Revolution stuff, partly because, A, right now at least, I can't get to Ulta. You know, it's not like I can just go and spend an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, whatever, shopping around Ulta, you know, looking at everything they got and all that, because I don't drive and everything. So, and another thing, I ain't got the money to. I mean, who's with me? Who would love to go on a shopping spree and buy an entire full face of makeup? Entire full face. You know, at like Ulta, or heck, even Walgreens. You know, and I'm not talking about all Wet n Wild, which is a good brand, don't get me wrong. But, you know, like, buying stuff like Physicians Formula, or L'Oreal, or, you know, stuff like that. If you've seen my videos, you see I don't use a whole lot of L'Oreal. You know, I do use a few things that are L'Oreal, but, you know, I don't use a whole lot of it because they're higher end prices. Just like I don't use a whole lot of Milani. I believe the only Milani product I own is this Luminoso blush. They're too high. Heck, I'm sorry to say this, but even e.l.f. is getting too high. They're getting too big for the britches. Who's with me? But now I'm going to, well, first I need to blend out that area again just to make sure there's no harsh lines. See, I'm looking in the mirror, but yeah, it would be like, well, let's see here. It's probably 2 foot. So, heck, I can't do the math in my head right now. But my vision, the way it works is I see, like, at 1 foot, what other people can see at 30 feet. So I'm about 2 feet away from my mirror. So it would be like you trying to do makeup at, you know, 40 feet. A mirror that's 40 feet away from you. You know, even this camera is a full arm length away from me. Well, more than a full arm length. So, I mean, you can see where I'm not zoomed in or anything like that. So, yeah, anything like this is kind of difficult. But yet, if I'm looking in my mirror, I'm way up here. You know. So, it's just a lot easier to go with my gut and somewhat look in the mirror, get a general vicinity of what I'm doing. So, anyone who has a vision impairment or whatever, shoot, even those who don't have a vision impairment but wear glasses, I'm sure y'all can understand where that's, you know, difficult. I mean, yeah. I mean, I think everybody at one time or another has trouble with that. This is the, after I curl my lashes, I'm going to start out with the Wet n Wild Mega Length Mascara. Now, this is a great mascara, but I'm going to layer it today. So, now this is waterproof. The other one I'm going to use is not waterproof. But, you know, I just use it because I don't really like the feel, the finished feel of the Mega Length itself. So, but I'm going to curl my lashes real good here. And I really got some glow going on today, don't I? Really do. I can see it. I mean, it's like, boom! Especially on this side. It's like shouting at you. I got the highlight talking to you. So, but yeah, I did a little bit of curl of the lashes. Now, one tip that I have for those that aren't familiar with doing their mascara, you take it out. Now, this one here, I don't recommend bending it just because it is such a small wand. Actually, it does bend a little bit. You know, it is somewhat flexible, but still, you don't want to bend it really. But, you know, with this one here, don't bend it, but you plant your arm on something, and then get it right up to your lashes, and then you just sweep, sweep, sweep. Now, another way you can do it is to get it at the base of your lashes, And I'm not using any kind of mirror here. Whoops. Just don't poke yourself like I just did. Which will happen many times. We get at the base of the lashes. And wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. And then you just do it. Move it over a little bit. Do the same thing. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. You know. Mascara is the one thing that I somewhat have trouble talking while I'm doing it. You know, I mean, if you watch tutorials and you see these people doing tutorials all the time, and they might be talking during it, they might not. You know. And I think almost everyone has some kind of face that they make. Wow. Woo. Just poke myself in the eyeball while they're doing mascara. Even if it's a, you know, open their mouth real wide or whatever. Me, I just kind of part my lips a little bit and let it go. Woo! Keep poking myself in the eye. I'm crying. Seriously though, mascara, especially this wand, whoo, doggy. I mean, if you can see that, that is some short and sharp bristles. It don't feel good to poke yourself in the eye with that. So, actually I've used most of the products already. But before I do the other layer of mascara, I'm taking my e.l.f. Miskin set and spritzing that on my face. That just kind of locks things in. Fan it a little bit. Just a little bit. You know, see, that's that Wet n Wild mascara. Now, I'll probably do another coat. You know. Well, actually, no, I'm not going to do another coat of this, but sometimes I will put, like, even 3 or 4 coats on of this, and it just really adds length. But then, a mascara I'm going to use on top of that is this Maybelline Big Shot Mascara. Now, this is a good one, too. Now, Wet n Wild has other good mascaras, you know, and I have bent this wand, if you can see. You know, and a little tip for those that do bend the wand, this one here, even if you bend it and it pops out of the lid, it pops back in. Yeah, which is a very good thing. Which actually is going to be nice whenever I use it up, because I can pop out the wand and keep it. But I'm not doing the wiggle wiggle thing this time. I'm just brushing it straight on. You know, you can see a difference in volume, in my opinion, in this eye and this eye. And I'm still watering at the eyes. So. But, you know, just putting a little bit of something on. Just to kind of give the lashes a little something extra there. Now, there's different options for what you can do after this. Now, you can do the eyebrows, you can do liner, like the inner rim liner. This is a good one, Rimmel Scandalized Nude. And I'm not even bothering, well, actually, yeah, I will do the brows, but I'm not, like you might have noticed, I didn't do the actual liner today. Liner is something I'm still working on, so, but I just twirl it up just a little bit. This is the e.l.f. $2 one that you can get, and doing it real lightly. Like I said, I can't really, I mean, your brows are so small, it's not like doing the entire face. Let me flip my mirror around for this, because otherwise I could have brows all the way down to my ears. You know, because I'm not using my other hand, which I do recommend if you're new to it. and can't see to use your other hand kind of as a guide. But then you can still get out of your brow line, you know. And I'm not saying pull, I'm just saying use your other hand as a guide. So. But. So I really don't have a whole lot going on this week. Going to see family one day, and otherwise just pretty much staying home, probably. But I'm trying to do makeup of the day things, even though I'm staying at home. Trying to do makeup of the day things every day on Instagram. So, you know, coming up with ideas, coming up with new things I try, because I don't know if you noticed, this is one of my kind of go-to type looks, because it's more natural, more subtle, it's not over the top, not crazy. Okay, yeah, I'll admit, the highlighter is a little womp-womp, but, you know, hey, everybody's got to have a little bling-bling. So, and this is the Ofra long-lasting lipstick. I believe it's the long-lasting liquid lipstick. This is a pet peeve I have too. You know, I'm sure that those that can't see have the issue, or can't see very well, like myself, have this issue too. Dark colored writing on a dark tube. I mean, hello! You out of your mind? But I could read that it was Honolulu. Whoops. And I got some mascara down there. But that is okay. That is okay. I grab a cotton bud, as some people call it. Well. Okay, I guess since it's waterproof mascara, it does not want to come on. So I am going to take my concealer instead. Now I'm not going heavy, but the concealer I used, and I just put my finger in the general area of it. You know, kind of dab it on that area. Now normally liquid over powder, it does matter. Don't do liquid over powder because it does matter. But, you know, some things it's okay in a small quantity. You know, I've had to use the Maybelline Fit Me before to do this. I've had to use the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind. It doesn't really look cakey if I do it, so yes, this, like I said, this is the real deal, people. You might like it, you might not. But then I gotta find my lipstick I had in my hand before right there it is. But I'm going to take that same color we used before, the banana shade, and just lightly put that under there again. Just to kind of set that down, but I'm going to use a smaller brush this time because I don't need a huge amount of it. Pop that right under that eye. And I might have had that area looking like crap for a while. I don't know. I just flipped my... Well, and apparently I've got little specks over here too, which I did not realize. That's where a magnifying mirror, if you have one, comes in very handy. So, if you can tell, I'm almost out of this, but this is one of my absolute favorite products, so dab this under the eye too, on the other side. I put a little bit too much on my finger, that's why I rub my fingers together to do this. And it just helps. You can do this even to help clean up a wing or whatever. You know, now some people that don't believe in liquid over powder, I would say, okay, don't do it then, you know, or wait to powder your face until after you do your eyes. You know, you can do your face makeup, just don't powder your face. And I'm just adding a little bit more brightness on this other side, because I kind of built it up a little more on that other, just a little bit. So. And I'm using my ring finger, you know, because I just had a little bit extra anyway. So. Since I really didn't put hardly any powder on that side anyway. Dab in. And set that stuff. And get it set. Get it set. Boop, boop, boop. Get it set. Get it set. But yeah, I have a huge pet peeve with cosmetic companies not making things readable. I mean, there's a lot of people, not just those that are legally blind like myself, that just can't see that small print. I mean, shoot. I have family even that, you know, they're visually impaired, they gotta have glasses or whatever, but, you know, it's crazy that for some things you have to have glasses whenever you shouldn't have to have glasses to see every single, you know, the main part of the names of things, you know. Now, like this here, I'll be using this on top of the ofra later on anyway. This is the Mentha lip tint from Bath & Body Works. Plum Mint. Well, it's by the brand Bigelow. It's not Bath & Body Works, I don't think. I don't remember. It might be Bigelow from Bath & Body. But this right here has a, you know, nice little plumping effect to it. But before I ever do the liquid lipstick, I'm using this Too Faced lip injection. I'm just trying to use this stuff up. You know, doing it right here in the center. You know, I mainly use cheaper priced products, and I figured this would be a cheaper priced anyway because it's a sample size. Well, they're not burning, my lips aren't burning, they're like, this Tarte, or not Tarte, I don't know why I keep wanting to call it Tarte, this Too Faced lip injection, it really does give you a tingly feeling on the lips. So, but I don't know that it plumps at all. But this right here is the ofra long-lasting liquid, or long-lasting lipstick. I might say liquid lipstick. I have another one over here somewhere. Yeah, long-lasting liquid lipstick. Now, I'm not a fan of this color at all, but both of these were like, actually they're different packaging altogether. So it might not be the exact same thing. But I'm just going to put a little bit of this on. Yes, with a dark color like this, you need a mirror. So that's what I'm doing here. See how dark that is? Now, yeah. Okay, yeah, let me grab one of these. This is a makeup wipe that's pretty much dry. Put your finger in there. Yeah. Just kind of cleans up that edge a little bit. See, I did basically one side, my bottom lip, and then rubbed my lips together. Whenever I keep going out of the line. I don't like this applicator at all from Ofra. But I shall use it. And it's hard to talk while you're doing lipsticks, so that's what I'm doing now. Now this here is a darker lip. Yeah, I just put my finger in there to show you that whatever was on my finger here is what I would have had in my mouth. You know, so, or on my teeth rather, not just in my mouth, but on my teeth. But, you know, I'm going to let this dry for a moment. And try to get the crap off the sides here. I haven't really used this much because I'm normally not a liquid, you know, I don't wear a whole lot of liquid lipsticks, period. So, you know, I thought, why not give it a shot, you know. But this entire time it's still drying down. But, now what I can do also, like I said, I'll probably go in with this here, the Mentha lip tint. Okay, this Ofra one is actually drying down now, so, but that right there is the main look, and I'm going to take just a tiny bit of this stuff here. Now, you could do this on a Q-tip, you could do it with your hand, whatever, you know. I'm going to put just a tiny bit of this on my finger, and go right in the center. And kind of blend it out a little. Whoop. I mean, you can use a Q-tip, but I chose to go for the gold and use my finger. Woo! Yes, that is what that looks like whenever you add a menthol thing to it. Now, I'm going to show you one more time the little trick. And tomorrow in YouTube world, I hope to have a hacks video up, so this is one of the hacks that you'll probably be seeing anyway, so, you know, make sure your hands are clean. Mine, obviously, they're, you know, not filthy, but I also just used a makeup wipe on them a little bit too. But, you know, use a clean finger. Like, do a fish face. Put your finger right in. Like, do like a kissy face, almost on your finger. And pull it out. Because otherwise, all that would have been on my teeth, eventually. So, I want to thank you so much for watching this video and taking the time out of your day to do so. So, and let me know if you like this kind of chit-chat style, you know, because I do want to get to know some of y'all, and if you have any questions or whatever, I'm happy to answer them during these kind of videos, or if I get enough questions, I could start doing like a Q&A day, or whatever, here and there. So, if you do have any questions, let me know, and I hope that you do follow me on all my social media. You know, I've mentioned this before, but I'm trying to get 100 subscribers on here, on Facebook, on Twitter, on Instagram, all 4. Well, not 8, but all 4. So, I do hope that you follow me on all those. And once we get 100 on everything, there will be a pretty good sized giveaway. And then for each one, there will be a giveaway as well. A smaller giveaway. But, so I do hope that you follow me on everything. And let me know what you think. Do you like this style? Do you like this look? You know, is it a little bit too out there for you? You know, let me know. Thanks, and you have a great day. Bye-bye.